Hey guys, welcome back to another Toss episode. This one, okay, so I'm gonna level with you here. So I mainly played this game for like the beginning of the year, like right around when it came out, and then barely played it since. I mean, yes, I've did quite a lot in this. I could beat all the five bosses. I didn't actually get everything in the PAL deck for this one, but like the thing is like I don't know. I just got bored. There were some other games that were available at the time that I decided to prioritize over. So probably several updates have probably have passed, and there are a lot of other stuff that has changed since. But for the time being, let's go talk about my favorite pals in Palworld. Now, I'm gonna say this right now, since I've only played for like the beginning or like on release day more or less. I'm only going to count up to Jet Dragon. I know there are a lot of quite a few others that have released since that, but I'm mainly going to focus on the first 111. However, there's one in particular I want to shout out. Before I let's do some other pals that I want to shout out. Before this game, something happens to it on that one lawsuit where Pokemon Company Nintendo trying to give it. Although I've heard it's actually not that bad, all things considered. But for right now, I'm going to talk about the honorable mentions for favorite pals, because there's quite a few of them. So let's begin with the pair of Sweet and Sweepa, but mainly because they're just cute fluff ball cats. They look like they had that get cat ears and they're giant fluff balls. I just think they're pretty cute, and it's funny like how they have abilities that work well with each other. Like, Sweepa has like, the ability to make it stronger depending on how many sweet you have. And it's actually kind of cute. I'm going to say all things considered, it's very cute. Next up is Mao. It kind of reminds me of the Manticore and Sandicore world of Final Fantasy. That's kind of like the main reason why it's there, because it just kind of reminds me of that particular enemy in World of Final Fantasy. It's just a black cat, kind of reminds, and has like, I don't know, feels like Black Gold, Egypt vibes. I don't know, it just feels like it has that kind of vibe to me. Next one is Lavander. I mean, look at it. Next is Suzaku, mostly because like when I got mine, it was actually pretty dang strong. I actually kind of bred one to be very strong. Definitely used it on some battles. It's kind of like a battling kind of enemy. That's a battle kind of ally that I've used. So yeah, I tried Suzaku because it was pretty dang strong. And speaking of pretty dang strong, the legendary Pal Frostallion. Look at this. It's like an Ice Pegasus. It's pretty good. I really like the design of it. It's kind of reminds me of Suicune in a bit if it had wings, but like it's a really cool like Ice Pegasus. And it took me a while to catch it. Holy crud! I remember taking a long time to actually strategize in catching it. And finally, the pal that I'm not going to mention purely because it's outside of my knowledge base, and that is Bellinor. Because Bellinor is pal number 112. I'm only going to talk about 111 because I never got to Bellinor when I played, Palworld. And I think knowing me, you can probably understand why I'm giving it a shout out here, right? Man, it's a good thing that the whole patent problems that Nintendo has over Power has nothing to do with the designs. Holy crud. Anyway, now we're talking about my favorite pals in Palworld properly. First up is Phalaris. And the main reason why it's there is because during like the end game when I was playing as my end game of Palworld, I used it as my primary flyer because it's pretty fast when flying. I bred it specifically to be the fastest mount I could possibly give it. So it's there because it's so useful as a mount. And not only is it useful as a mount, but it's also very useful in battle because also, one of the final like pals there is actually really dang strong. But I mainly use it as a transport pal. This and one other PAL on this list is really there because it's so useful as a ride more than anything else. Speaking of that, again, I'm so surprised that one of the things that Nintendo has like an issue with a Palworld is riding. Riding the mons? Like, why is that an issue? I'm pretty sure monster catching and riding what you caught isn't a new thing, isn't a thing that Pokemon started. I'm surprised Nintendo had a patent for it. I just find it kind of weird. Like, has nobody done it before or something? Weird. But anyway. So next up is a tie, but mainly because these two are very similar. Those are Petalia and Lylene. Now, so we're talking about Pokemon again. Yeah, leave it to another popular monster catching game, and having the same tradition of having Grass Waifumon. I don't know what's with Grass Waifumon, but here we are. Like, they're Grass Waifumon. They're like similar to like Lilligant or like maybe not Hisui Lilligant or maybe like Sarina. That's that sort of Grass Waifumon. But it's kind of crazy. Oh, then again, didn't Digimon started with Lilymon and the like. But yeah, so yeah, out of these, it's really clear that Lily is meant to be like the boss out of it. But Petalia is also like cuter, to be honest. Is you can tell is actually cuter in general. It's kind of like Steenie or to Levin's like Sarina, or I don't know how else would I describe. Maybe like I don't know how to describe like Steenie, like Hisui Lilligant, that sort of thing. Kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The continued tradition of Grass Waifumon for some reason. Number 3 is Fanglope. I mean, yeah, people have like compared it to Cobalion, and fair enough, it kind of does. It's kind of like Cobalion if it was more like a Windeer. But like, it's so useful as a ride mod. Like, the thing is, like, I think like this Fanglope with max possible riding potential is faster than Phalaris, but like also very useful in like dungeons, because like usually the dungeons, like the space to enter different parts of the dungeon are so small that's really hard to get a mount and go through the dungeon while you're mounting. But not Fanglope. Fanglope, I think it's like the regular size, not like the alpha ones. The Fanglope actually does fit with you into those tiny cavern entrances, so you can go through a whole dungeon just riding, and it's actually pretty cool. It's really fast too. So I don't use it in battle because I only use it as like a mount. So if I had a battle with them, screwed. But like, it's a very fun ride, to be honest. Alright, so now we're going through, like, Grass Waifumon and, like, good mounts. Now it's time for an actual, honest-to-goodness favorite PAL. And, I mean, come on. Look at this thing. This is, like, peak adorable. Like this is definitely what, what has been cooking in Pocket Pear's oven, along as an ice thing. But like, not only is it like just a cute long boy, also rideable. It's like one of the first like rideable things you could probably catch. I think like Nightwing is actually the first, but like Chillet here is like definitely worthy of mascot status for Palworld. I think it's probably like definitely mascot status. I don't know what the actual like designated mascot is. For some reason, the game icon is still Roxasaurus, even though it's nowhere near icon status or mascot status like Chillet is. But I do believe that Chillet is actually one of the most adorable looking things, period. Like, if Chillet was a Pokemon, now I definitely put it within the top 20. I'm just saying. But like, again, this is number 2 on this list. You might be wondering, okay, if this big cute mascot potential thing is number 2 in the list, who's number 1? Well, I kind of alluded in the last top, so Yeah, this is Cyberlex. This is my favorite pal. Again, for a lot of the same reasons why Frostmont's a fair Gen 8 Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and why the Flutter Tail, I don't know if it's Snowflake or Snowfake, Flutter Tail for Pikmin 4 is my favorite Pikmin 4 enemy. It's because of the whole Ice Moth vibe. Not only is it look like a moth, or some sort of like flying insectoid kind of thing, kind of vibe, it's also ice. Also, like, Cyberlex also has the advantage of, I don't know, also looking feminine looking. Has a big hat and stuff. The bottom half kind of looks like, you know, it's trying to floating like a ghost or something. And it looks like, I don't know if it's wings or whatever, just kind of protruding out. You could probably say it's part of a dress or something. And the whole part of it looks like a fur scarf. That's why I really like definitely like the aesthetic vibes of Cyberlex. But yeah, it's definitely my favorite pal, like, by quite a bit. It and Chillette by a lot, like, together. But, like, Cyberlex is my favorite, obviously, because of the whole Ice Moth thing. Again, same thing as Gen 8, same thing as Pikmin 4. Alright, I got a little more to say here. I don't know if I'm going to return to Palworld. I would like to return to Palworld. However, my only save is on a multiplayer world, and that had, like, me capturing the bosses. And if I were to start a new world, single player world, I'm not going to get to the bosses. I don't think I can downgrade Palworld into an earlier state just so I can, you know, get the bosses again and then move up in updates. I don't know if that's a thing. I also don't know if you could, like, transfer your progress from one save to another. I'm kind of waiting on that to happen. I don't know if it's already a thing yet. So that I could probably show off, you know, playing more Palworld, like, solo. But for right now, see you guys later. I don't know if I'm going to do the least favorite Pokemon retops or doing something else right now before. Yeah, just, you know, stay tuned.